Hey everybody, it's Plastic Martyr. Welcome to my channel. I'm so excited to be back on YouTube after almost a decade of being MIA. I thought what better way to jump back into things than do a get ready with me video and do my makeup and kind of just catch you guys up on everything that's been going on in my life, from reality TV stuff to my music with Capitol Records. That's right. So stick around and let's get started. Guys, so the first thing I'm going to do before jumping into my makeup is I'm going to protect myself with my anti-hater spray. Now you guys can't hate me. So now that that's out of the way, the first thing I'm going to do is my primer. And for primer, I use the Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer, which is the most amazing primer I have used in a really, really long time, and it smells incredible. I am obsessed with, get my mirror ready, Tatcha. This primer has really stepped up my makeup game a lot, and I've noticed that in pictures on red carpets or even in paparazzi pictures, if I'm wearing it, my skin looks so almost face-tuned and airbrushed. So Tatcha Silk Canvas. Thank you, Tatcha, for creating such an incredible primer. I love you guys so much. So now that my face is prepped and primed, I am going to actually first just pat in that primer. And blah. Okay, so normally I don't wear a lot of foundation because I don't like wearing a lot of makeup. That caked up look is just not my jam. So I am much more of a kind of sheerish to medium coverage kind of gal. And I usually pick one thing to focus on when I do my makeup. It's either played up lip or played up eyes. I very rarely do both because I feel like it's constantly competing with each other, and babies, less is more. For my foundation today, I'm going in with the L'Oreal Paris Infallible Pro Glow Foundation. That is a mouthful. I love this foundation because it is very light coverage, which now that I'm seeing on the monitor, it might be a little too light for all the lights, camera, and action. So what I'm gonna do is kind of mix a little bit of this Pro Glow with a drop of the Milani Conceal and Perfect foundation, which also is an incredible foundation for a full coverage. Thank you, Milani, for being so incredible. So anyway, back to my life. So yeah, I took a while. Oh, hello. You are perfect. Okay, this really is the perfect combination. So if any of you guys want to know the perfect combination for foundation, Milani Conceal and Perfect with a little drop of Infallible Pro Glow Foundation from L'Oreal. So anyway, after I took a little YouTube hiatus, I finished Me. Those of you who know me from my MySpace days, you know what that means. I really don't feel like I need to go into detail about that. It's in the press, it's everywhere, so you know what I'm talking about. Aside from that, I got really I don't know how to say sidetracked, but I got just sucked into reality television. And that's where most of you guys know me from, is the show Little Women LA. Season 5 of Little Women LA was my season on that show, and there was a lot of drama and a lot of, I guess, tea, as you guys would call it. And it was entertaining, I'll give you that, but it really just took a toll on me, and it was a lot to deal with. And I don't know, I'm grateful for that opportunity and that experience, but I'm also taking it back a little bit because there was a lot of just bad things said about me in the press, and just the way I was portrayed on the show. I feel like they were trying to portray me as the villain, which I did not come off that way when it aired, and I'm really happy for that, and I'm really proud of myself for staying true to who I was and not getting sucked into that kind of character that they were trying to set for me. And I did season 5 of Little Women LA, and on that show, you guys who've watched it know what happened, and I got into a fight with one of the other girls on the show, and I did hit her in the face with my Italian leather bag, so that was fun. And I do still have the backup done. Anywho, now we're gonna go in with the Morphe concealer, which is amazing, this concealer. It does not crease on me like a lot of the other concealers do. So I am going to just kind of pop this on right here. And blah. So that's where a lot of you kind of know me from, is from TV shows like Little Women LA, and I love you guys so much and thank you for sticking with me through those years. A lot of you know me from before that, when I was a model, and I still do modeling stuff, not as much as I did in my past, but I still do. So now I'm going to prime my eyes with the Morphe Eyelid Primer. So this is a great primer, I love this. Everything by Morphe is incredible. I am obsessed with their products. So let's go in with this brush and prime her eyelids. I like to also just kind of pat things in with my fingertips and just kind of really like marry the skin in with the product. I think it just gives a beautiful finish. So if you see me tapping my face a lot, that's what I'm doing. Anyway, so now back to me. So yeah, a lot of you know me from my early MySpace days when I was posting crazy photos and horrible makeup, which I was thinking I should do. You guys, I want you guys who have been following me from my MySpace days to DM me on Instagram your favorite classic plastic Martyr picture and send it to me so I can kind of recreate that look, because I think that would be a fun video to do, is recreate one of my old MySpace photo looks. So now I'm gonna set my face using the Fit Me Loose powder by Maybelline. And this powder is literally my everything. It's so light and buildable, and it doesn't make you look cakey like a lot of the other powders do. So let's see, what else has been going on? So after I did the whole modeling thing, anyway, I went to reality TV and did all that stuff. And then after a few years of dealing with that, I started doing music, which was really, really cool. And I started recording music with Capitol Records, which is huge because that makes me, I think, the first transgender female artist to record music with Capitol Records. So that's kind of a big deal. And I recorded my single, Love in the Dark, which is on iTunes and everywhere, Amazon, Google, and the music video is on my YouTube channel. It's the only other video other than this one at the moment. And I'm super happy with how it came out. I worked really, really hard on that song with my producer, and the music video is even cooler. It's so cool. It's like a giant fashion editorial slash music video slash like soap opera. I don't know. It's very dramatic. Oh, hello. I'm super blown out. Okay. Now I'm gonna bake under my eyes a little bit because we're gonna go in and do some eye makeup. So I'm gonna just look up. Where's my clean blending brush? Just want to dust off some of that extra powder on my eyes because I'm gonna do my little trick here. So I love to contour. Contouring is my favorite thing. And for my contour, so I use the Hoola bronzer by Benefit, which I don't love this product, and I know everyone loves it. It's not a bad product. The product itself is really, really good. I don't know why this color just doesn't go well with my skin tone. It's very like red. All of their like bronzers are very red on me, and I don't know why. So I kind of like to use a little bit of this, but mostly what I go in with is the Maybelline Fit Me matte and poreless whatever thing, and I use like a darker shade, and I use that almost as my bronzer. So I take a little fluffy brush, tap it off, and I just kind of etch in the contour on the bridge of my nose, and I bring it into my eye socket here on like the kind of the crease, a little bit above the crease of my eye, and just kind of create this pretty like little contoured winged effect. And it's very subtle. It's not gonna be like shadowy at all. So I just kind of lightly dust that on in the lid area. And I bring it out past my brow. And then I light circular motions, just kind of dust that along. Now the bridge right here. Pick up some more product, tap it off. Next side. So after I did my music, I got such a good response, and I actually made it on the front page of iTunes with Madonna. How freaking huge is that? I'll put up a little picture so you can see. With Madonna, my hero, someone I've looked up to since I was like 4 years old and have always tried to emulate when I was a little kid, and I would dance around in my room listening to her music, and there I was on the front page of iTunes. Plastic Martyr, Love in the Dark, Madonna. I was like, okay, I can see a tour in the future, her and I. So that was awesome. That was a total like, oh wow, proud moment for me. And yeah, I was just really, really excited about that. So now I'm in the process of actually working on my second single with Capitol Records. I can't really tell you what it's called yet, but it's gonna be really pretty. And aside from that, I just really kind of wanted to get back into YouTube, and like I said, just really connect with you guys and kind of let you guys in more on a personal level and see what I do in my everyday life and how I do my makeup. And I will do a lot more tutorials because I know a lot of you guys always ask me how I do my makeup and blah, 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 what products I use. And I don't know if a lot of you guys know this about me. Let's see how this is translating on camera. Pretty good. I used to actually do makeup professionally when I was a kid before I got into modeling. I would lie about my age and work on sets as a makeup artist. And I really was doing it more just because I wanted to learn more about like makeup and whatever, because I was trying to do it on myself and really perfect my face because I was trying to overcompensate for things, as we all know what those things are. And I was a kid, I was like 14, maybe 15, and I just really loved makeup, and I loved the way you could transform your face with makeup, and you could hide things you don't like about yourself with makeup and amplify things that you do love about yourself with makeup. So I loved makeup as a little kid. And again, I've been wearing makeup since I was about 10 years old. Of course, then it was like super goth. I had I would always just like try to emulate Marilyn Manson's pictures when I was a kid. So I would always go to school with all these like, the eyeliner running down my face, the black lipstick, the red flames coming up above my eyes, just like crazy stuff. And of course kids would make fun of me, but oh, look at me. So that was kind of my like original inspiration for makeup, was just more doing it for myself. And then people really liked the way I did makeup, and then they'd ask me to do their makeup, and then so on and so forth. So then I started doing makeup professionally for a little bit. And then I got asked by one of the photographers that I was doing makeup for if I would let him shoot me. And I've been literally doing this contour on my eye for like the last 25 minutes, and it's really annoying, but it's coming out well. So anyway, so he asked me if I would let him photograph me. And after we were shooting one day, I said yes. So he took some pictures of me and I put them up on MySpace at the time, and they, I don't want to say went viral, because like, I think that's kind of it's a term I don't like to use. But they got very popular, we'll say. So I noticed that these pictures got like a lot of play, and they were posted a lot on MySpace or whatever. So I was like, okay. And I started getting contacted more and more by more photographers, and then photographers turned into designers, and designers turned into booking me for runway shows. And that just kind of grew that modeling career. And then after that is when I got more into reality TV stuff. So right now I'm gonna contour my face. And like I said, I'm gonna just use some bronzer, really just get most of that product off, because this Hoola bronzer makes me look a little terracotta-y. So now I'm gonna just warm up where I'm gonna really focus on the contour and just add a lot of definition and warmth now into my face. And I'm trying to keep it very natural and light, because today's look, I want to do more of a, I guess like a bronzy kind of sexy supermodel look, where you can either play it up if you're more of a full coverage kind of person, or keep it a little more on the natural dewy side. So a good trick that I like to do to just soften some harsh lines like this one on my face is I'll take my beauty blender and I'll just kind of lightly tap with some of the translucent powder. Just tap, tap, tap lightly over it. So you're not really adding any more powder or cake to your face. You're just kind of softening things. So for eyes today, I'm thinking of going in with the, let's see, the Morphe 350 palette, which as you guys, I'm so embarrassed to show you this, but as you guys can see, she's hit pan on almost, well, 2 of the shades. I love this palette so much. This palette is like everything of me is just in this, because I love neutral tones and like very like natural kind of looks. And this is just so beautiful. It's like a beautiful sunset in a palette, and I'm obsessed with this. So this is the 350 palette from Morphe. So I'm gonna take the Morphe M441 brush, and I'm gonna just pop that kind of into my crease a little bit. So let's get started on the eyes. And so for this, I just kind of keep this, I start on the outer corner and I just lightly windshield wiper motions that into, I stop about right after like, I don't know, the 3rd quarter of the eye I stop. Just because I don't want to bring that solid color right into the inner corner of my eye and make it look very like close together. I'm trying to pull everything out because I do have kind of close set eyes. So let's pull everything out, and we keep our, I like to keep my dark colors more on the outer corner and then fade in and always do an ombre effect. That's just how I like doing my makeup. It works differently on everyone's face because everyone has a different eye shape and face shape. So for me, I like to just kind of keep everything out here. And another little tip that is great to know is that keep everything going up, because it pulls your face up. If you bring stuff down, you're gonna get a sad, slouchy looking face. So if you want that kind of like almost facelift effect, bring everything up and out. Your blush, your bronzer, everything up and out. So same thing with eyeshadows. I like to just kind of, now this is, like I said, just the kind of like transition color that I'm placing right here in the crease. And we're gonna build on top of that. But it's always good to get that kind of shape down where everything's going up and out. So now let's dust this on in the crease. And bam, it's just looking good. Sorry guys, so the camera died, and while it was dead, I baked a little bit, but I did not add on any other shadow, so let's continue where we left off. So anyway, I used those two shadows from the Morphe 350 palette, and now I want to go in and just kind of, I don't know what I want to do. If I want to add in, I want to add in a little bit more warmth, I think. So I'm gonna take, what is this? The Morphe M5 14 brush. And let's try this shadow from the Saharan palette by Juvia's Place. This palette is gorgeous. I have not tried it yet. It is so beautiful. I've been waiting to try this palette until I was able to film with you guys. So this is the Saharan palette. Isn't it focusing? There it is. So I'm gonna go in with Katsina, I think is how you say that. And it's just this light little beautiful brown kind of shadow. And I'm gonna just pick up a little bit of that on my brush. I'm gonna test this out. All right, so I'm gonna just run this over the crease a little bit to kind of soften out those other two shadows that I put on and blend these two together. Oh, that gives a real nice definition. These shadows are amazing. Holy pigment, this is so pretty. Okay, so now I'm gonna kind of create my crease. Because I have slightly hooded eyes, so I'm gonna create the crease that I want with this. And I'm not really so worried about how it looks, because I'm gonna go back in and do a slight cut crease, which is always fun. Bring that out. Okay. Is that looking? You can see the monitor. Okay, I like that. All right, now I'm gonna try. Ooh, this is exciting. I'm gonna try Jamila. I think you pronounce it. Sorry if I'm butchering these names. Which is this beautiful kind of orangey color right here. And I'm gonna just pick this up and pray that it works with this look I'm doing, because this is a really pretty shadow and a beautiful palette. And hey guys, the camera died again and I had no idea it was dead, and I was still yapping on and doing my makeup. So let me fill you in on what I did before the camera died again. It's my first video, give me a break. So rewind. And I cut my crease using the P. Louise eyelid base primer thingy, whatever, eyelid base, P. Louise base on my eye, which I got from Morphe. And I cut that using a flat MAC brush. And I just kind of stamped that on where I wanted it. And I only cut the crease to about the outer, like 3/4 of the eyelid, I cut the crease on. And then I went in with the Juvia's Place palette and I used Senegal on my lid. And then over that, I just did a little bit of Wadabi. I think I'm saying these names right. If not, please correct me. And these two are beautiful together. So I just kind of used these two on my lid, and that's where we left off. So now I'm gonna fill in the inner quarter of my eye, which I think I'm going to use the Pat McGrath palette that I have, which I have not used yet, and I'm so excited to try this. So I think I'm gonna go in with, I don't know which, maybe I'll try this one, which is called Sinful. Perfect for me. Okay, so I'm gonna take my Continuous Setting Spray by Morphe, spritz that brush so it really picks up that pigment, slap a little on this brush, and I'm gonna pat this on. Get it, Pat? I'm gonna pat the Pat McGrath on. I like that. You guys can use that. And this is so pretty. Oh my God, do you see this? Okay, so this gold, it just is like a very light gold, so it just reflects the eye in the inner corner of the eye, just opening that eye up. And I'm gonna just kind of pat that in there and then mix the two a little bit. I'm gonna do the same thing on this eye now and just really focus that out and clean up that. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Oh, wow, Pat McGrath, thank you so much for creating incredible shadows. Okay, I know I look like insane because I have all my contour and bake on. So now I'm gonna just kind of go back in with a clean, if I have one, buffing brush. This is not clean, but it'll do. And I'm gonna just blend everything together and out and just clean this eye up, making everything very soft, kind of, and focus the attention on mostly just the crease and the lid. So this is looking good. All right, now I'm going to go in and do the under eye. So I'm gonna go back into the Morphe 350 palette, and I'm going to take that same shadow that I used earlier on my crease and just get it on this flat MAC 228 brush. And then I'm gonna take, where's this mirror? Just use this mirror. And I'm gonna look down. For me, it's easier if I look down like this into a mirror and do it, and just really smoke out that lower lash line. Ooh, hello. So it gives it that pop. I like to really blow out my lower lash line. I think it's such a sexy look, and it kind of completes the eye look, but you don't have to do that if it doesn't work for your eyes or your shaped face. But for me, I like to just really blow that out and smoke out my lower lash line. So now I'm going to go in with a different color. I want to make the outer corner, the outer part of my lower lash line a little darker. So I'm going to take this color, where'd it go? Down here, this one. I don't know what it is, but it's cute. You can't see it. Can you see it? Here. There. And just tap that off. And now we're gonna put that right at the lash line and mostly on the outer corner of that lash line. Okay. Sorry, I'm like blocking my face. All right, perfect. I'm gonna bring that in. And I just hit pan on that shadow. Thank you, Morphe, I love you guys. Clearly, I use you every day. Oh, yes, mama. Okay. I like this look. All right, now I'm gonna just play around a little bit and do one more shadow on here, I think. And I'm gonna use this kind of peachy-ish orangey color right here. And I'm gonna take that and just pray that this works. For the under eye, and then we're done with the eyes. So this is just gonna add a little bit of dimension to the under eye area. Oh wow, that's really pretty. Okay. Now before I move on, I'm going to take this Morphe M330 brush and go back into that, oh, I just put my pinky in a color, into this whitishy kind of shadow. And now clean up everything. And just blend and blend and blend and blend. So let's blend this out and clean up the eye. Because baby, we are done with the eye, sort of. Almost, we're done with the eyeshadow. Okay, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Loves it. All right, now I'm going to dust off my bake, which is, for those of you who don't know, it's this powder I have sitting here. Oh, she's back. The reason we bake is to actually, my favorite thing about baking is when I do my shadows, the fallout, it's so much easier just to clean up because you just dust it off. And it also is like a great way to just kind of contour your face after you've done everything. So I even just put a little bit, I take my beauty sponge from Morphe, which has this kind of flat side to it, and I just go right down the bridge of my nose after I did my contour. And you can kind of see how it's got that snatched look, as the kids say. So now I'm gonna dust off this too. Ooh, she's dusty. Okay, and soften that contour up. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Okay. Loves, 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 loves. All right. Now, let's go into blush. So I'm gonna take this Sephora, this is a Sephora blush brush, and I literally got this thing, oh, I don't know. I think I got this when I was still in the MySpace days. So this is how old this brush is. But if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I love this brush. So anyway, I just go in with any like soft little blush brush. You can do an angled brush if you like, if you want more of like a contoured blush cheek. I really wanna just dust this on. So I'm gonna take the Milani Baked Blush in Luminoso, number 05, I think. 05 Luminoso. And this is beautiful, kind of very, can you see? Oh, gorge, gorge, gorge. I love this blush, I use it all the time. It's very warm and pretty. So I'm just gonna smile and just tap that kind of on my apples. The apples of my cheek are these little chichi parts right here. And I just kind of like to lightly dust this on. I'm not somebody who likes harsh blush. I like everything to just kind of have like an airbrushed feel to it. So I'm gonna bring this up. Over here, up here a little bit on my nose. Just give me some color. Give me some fun. Okay, it's cute, 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 cute. Now that that's done, I'm going to do, first thing I'm also gonna do before we move on is I'm going to highlight the inner corner of my eyes. And I'm going to go in with the ever so controversial Nudie Patootie palette by Laura Lee. I love this palette, guys. This is like one of my favorite palettes. It's so good. So I'm gonna use Stark, which is this first color right here. And I'm gonna just highlight the inside of my corner right here and open that corner up. Ooh, hello. This just gives a very youthful, kind of open eye look. And I love it. It looks great. I started doing this more recently because I saw this picture of me. It was a paparazzi photo. I'll put it up. It was, oh my God. I thought I looked so good that day. And then you see yourself in like paparazzi pictures and you're just like, what the hell was I thinking? That was kind of like this makeup look I did. So now I've started to really open up my eyes and focus more on placement of the shadows because it really does make a difference. It's amazing how a little bit of shadow could really just change your entire face. And I wish I knew that day before the photographers took pictures of me, but oh well. So, okay, now that I did that, I'm just gonna blend that out a little bit. And we are pretty much done with the eyes. That's a lie. I'm gonna put in a white liner on my lower waterline because that just really opens up your eyelid. And this is, sorry, this looks really creepy right now, but a good trick to do your lower lash line is take your beauty blender and just kind of hold it there, and because you don't want to pull with your finger, so this is a softer way to pull down. This is the Morphe white liner in coconut, and I love this liner. So that's what that was. And now it just kind of opens up your eyes, and then we'll do mascara and lashes in a bit. But before I do that, I'm gonna do that off camera, by the way. I'm gonna add on my favorite highlighters, which right now I've been obsessed with using this Milani. Hi, you can't see that. This Milani palette. You can see that. I'm obsessed with these. These are the Stellar Lights highlighter palette. I'm gonna take this kind of pinkier tone and this gold one next to it and just kind of mix the two together. Why not, right? Let's go crazy. And I'm gonna pop this highlighter on my cheekbone. Right there. Hello. Now the trick with highlighter is I like to build on it, because if you go too heavy on it, it looks very oily and yucky. So you really want to make sure that the placement is right where you do your highlighter. And then I'm going to take a different brush, a buffer brush, and I'm going to take this white shadow right here, this really, really pretty white one. And I'm going to just kind of go right under my brow bone, so that pops a little bit. And then I'm going to do the same thing to the other eye. In the outer corner of my brow, right up the brow bone, and just buff that in. And then I'm gonna take that same thing and just dust down my nose a little bit with it. Maybe the Cupid's bow. And the forehead. Cool. All right, I'm going to do my lashes off camera, and I will be right back. Wow, what a difference lashes make. So for mascara today, I use the Maybelline New York, the False Lash Lift, and lashes by, these lashes are by Ardell, and they are the 252 lashes, and I love these lashes. So now that I have my lashes on, all that's really left is lips. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in with Spiffy from Morphe and Ginger by Morphe. But first I'm gonna use Spiffy, and we're really going to, let's do the magnified side. So my trick is I follow this part of my nose. Oh, I literally just touched my nose with this. So this part of my nose straight down, you just use those that as a guideline to draw on your Cupid's bow. Now, again, this is a personal thing. I'm not one of those people that overdraws their lips. I like my lips. I don't get fillers in my lips. I do get Botox. That's the only thing I do on my face. Fillers, I don't do yet, but I will one day, mark my words. So for now, I just like to kind of stay in the realm of my lips. So I don't really go too far outside the line. I do a little bit, but not too far. So just create that little V first. And then straight down, continue that line from your nose, straight down to this lip. So I just kind of, if you can see, like that, I bring that down, just as a guideline. So now let's fill that in. Ooh, hello lip. All right. She's looking good. So this looks a little darker because I just realized when I was sharpening it earlier, I had just sharpened a black liner and now it's kind of transferred. So not mad at it. It's giving it a little depth and dimension. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with ginger and add in some color, kind of just centralized in the center of the lip. Just to create a little bit of a sexy pout. I love to layer my lip liners. I don't really wear a lot of lipstick, so what I'll do is I'll just do chapstick and lip liner, and that's really it. I know that's like making some of you like pro makeup artists scream a little bit, but it works. I like it. All right, let me just, it's bugging me a little bit because it's not perfectly even and it's annoying. So I'm gonna just add a little bit of my concealer to the back of my hand to just kind of sort of clean up those edges. A smidge. Hello, clean line. Okay. So who are some people that you would like to see on my channel, like of my friends that you'd want to see do collab videos with, like a get ready with me? And would you guys like to see Christy, maybe my friend Glozell, somebody? Who do you like to see? Comment below. I would love to hear your guys' ideas of who you'd love to see on my channel, which by the way is starting at like 0, but that's okay. We're gonna all grow together and I am so excited to grow with you guys and for my channel to grow with you guys. Again, I haven't done YouTube in over 10 years, so I don't really have the following on YouTube, but it's not about the following. Whether one person watches this or a million people watch this, I'm doing this because I love makeup and I love you guys and I love to do my makeup for you guys. So this is perfect and I'm really excited. So now that I have my lips done, I'm gonna add on some Morphe Gloss in shade Shimmy, because I'm a shimmy. I love this color. It's like this apricot-y kind of peachy, two fruits, apricot kind of color, and it's so pretty on. I love it. I really want to do one of those ombre lips one time. We'll do that in a different video, but for today, we're sticking to this. Now that that's done, I'm going to do one last step, which I'm going to just kind of take my continuous setting spray, wet my beauty blender again. This is the original beauty blender, which cannot beat the original beauty blender. This baby has been with me through so much. I love this beauty blender. Anywho, I sprayed some continuous setting spray by Morphe onto my beauty blender, and I'm just gonna lightly tap around my face and just kind of settle everything that I've just done into my face. So it kind of melts all the powders together, all the highlighters together, marries all of those products into my skin. And it also creates this perfect, flawless, almost airbrushed glow on my face. Don't forget your neck. All right, so now that that is done, we are pretty much done. One last step. That's a lie. I'm gonna add on a little bit more highlighter just because I can't get enough of it. Where did my highlighter brush go? There it is. So I'm gonna take that lightest color, dust it off, and just really pack that on right there. Oh, hello. And then one more time really quickly with the beauty blender to settle everything in. Tap, 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 tap. Lightly tap. How's that look? That looks good. All right, guys, so last step is to seal, and I actually am going to use a different one because I'm going to take some pictures after, and I want this to really last. So I'm gonna use the Milani Make It Last setting spray. As you can see, this is the most amazing setting spray ever, and it is my go-to. So let's lock this in. All right, so now that that's dried, you don't want to spray your face and then let it dry without doing this, because then you'll get kind of like spotty looking. So when you spray it and you fan it, I don't have an electric fan with me right now, so I'm gonna just use this pamphlet thing here, and it just kind of looks better. I don't know. All right, guys, I love you so much. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'm so excited to be back on YouTube with you guys, and I hope you enjoyed this video today. Subscribe to my channel. I am so excited to have you guys subscribe to my channel now. So make sure you go subscribe, and yeah, stay tuned because I'm gonna post way more videos for you guys. I love you so much. Thank you. Stay beautiful.